the always important details of Eververse. Now, it's important to actually check Eververse because there is some stuff that came out that was not there before, and that is Strand finishers. In case you were actually curious, there are Strand finishers in the game, but they were only just introduced. And of course, they are class specific based on what kind of, obviously class you have. In case you wanted to see them, I can actually show you right here in the Flare and Collections. So, for Hunters, we have Thread the Needle, which is a very rope dart based thing. Pretty fun looking, if I'm honest. Let's see, one more time for the camera, and... And we also have Top Rope, which you just saw. That's the Titan finishers. Essentially, you pull out the Berserker Claws and just kind of, go slashy. But it's pretty slow in comparison, so I might not recommend it. And then for Warlocks themselves, we have the Ghost Hammer Volley, which is basically just another version of the Nova Bomb finisher, just with the needles instead. So, there is that. But then you visit the store itself, and there is actually some other updates to Bright Dust. So, on the front page, we have two different shaders, both I would actually recommend. We have Kite and Slate from Season of the Undying, which while on my Guardian might not look good, I would recommend it on guns because it almost essentially makes them straight up black with a red glow. Definitely use it on the Vaulted Glass weapons. And speaking of black and red, we have Carbon Blood, which is from Season of the Undying. This was what I ran almost exclusively for quite a long time, and for obvious reasons. It's one of the few shaders in Destiny, aside from the new Super Black, that was pretty much just straight up black and red in any sort of aspect, with not much else going on, aside from some white. We also have Pyramid Entrance, which is from Season of the Lost, which is, spooky looming. And then we also have the Star Devil Predator, a ship from Season of the Undying, part of the Star Devil set, which I gotta admit, it looks pretty rad, but also like it might explode at any time. You also have the Read the Map emote from Season of the Splicer, which is... I think just visible confusion, but then I think that's all it is, and then you just kind of give up on the map. Then into the main Brightest story. For flares, we have Golden Age Wine, which I talked about multiple times. It doesn't look half bad, although it's probably better on weapons than it is armor, and it's also a weird color palette of dark purple and white. Or white, that's the wrong color, yellow. We also have Neopop Wave, which is a metallic cyan plus a magenta pinkish, which is very reflecty. And we have Nectar Dynamo, which is a... Well, I'll just show you. It's a very cool looking dark metallic purple, but at the same time, I would definitely recommend this for specifically guns. Maybe not so armor, because there's some armor sets that does look like a mishmash. And we also have Mystifer, which is from Season of Lost, but during the 30th anniversary event, which is, that's not that unique. I think the thing that looks best is my mark, but only from that direction. Then for transmats, we have the Champion entrance from Season of the Arrivals, which you spawn in like the Champion Pulsation energy. And we also have the Vex Incursion entrance from Season of the Chosen. That's not Chosen, that's Season of the Seraph, which is just a orange version of the one that's blue. And we have the Swirling Leaf entrance, which is a very similar thing, a purple version of the one that's blue. Then for emotes and our main ticket items, we have Dubious Correlation for our emote, which is, I remember using this during Season of the Lost for the Witch Queen. It's a curious thing. And then, get angry, talk about it, and when you get over it, and eventually, yeet! And then we also have the Show the Rings emote, which is, okay. I guess everyone wearing earrings now. And then we also have the Urban Commander, a Sparrow from Season of the Worthy. This was a part of the Titan set for the Titan Luxury look, in case you were curious. We also have the Aoki Foss SL65, which is a part of a ship, or a cosmetic set that's supposed to be like indie racing, which I'm not gonna lie, I used this on my Hunter for a while. I was a fan of it for a bit. Then we have some class ornaments, so I can say for certain, we have the Belanius boosters for Titan, which is this for Lion Rampants, which I think is a set that goes with this specific Fireheart ornament. So you have the Belanius boosters, and then this one, the Arcturus engine, which, I mean, you can look at them. They look quite similar. But then, for Hunters, I can actually say this for certain. I know what the Hunters have, and that is retreads for the Stompies. And I'm not sure if I can view them here. Yeah, I can't view them here, but I can, of course, share a screenshot. And I'm not sure what Warlocks have either, but I will definitely sort that out to see what they do have this week. Then, lastly, one of the big ticket items, we have Noble Burden from Season of the Chosen, which this was a I believe part of the Assassin's Creed set, this is more that for DMT, which I do admit I like the fact that it's just a different color palette but same look, because not many of the other versions that were my favorites. Then lastly and least, we have the spider projection from Season of the Undying. With that, that has been the Eververse update, and I will stress as I always do, if you want any of these stuffs for Bright Dust as opposed to buying them for silver or not buying them ever, get them while you can, because there is definitely a high chance that until they come back into the archive, they will not be back ever. With that, my name is Matt Scorpion, and I'll see you in the next video.